Listen, breakups suck. They knock the wind out of you, leave you questioning everything, and if you're being honest, make you wonder what the hell you did wrong. But here's the thing. What if I told you that this breakup might be the best thing that's ever happened to you? Yeah, I said it. You're going to come out of this stronger, smarter, and, brace yourself, more attractive than ever before. But first, let's talk about what to do right now to turn this breakup into your biggest comeback. Jessica O is here. Welcome to the channel. First things first. You've been hit with an emotional grenade, and the first instinct for most guys is to rush towards the explosion. You want to fix things, you want to explain yourself, plead your case. I mean, I get it. But here's the deal. Every message you send, every call you make, every tearful voicemail you leave, it's pushing her further away. Why? Because desperation isn't attractive. It just reinforces her decision to leave. Now let me walk you through what you need to do right now. And I'll warn you, this is going to take discipline, but you've got to do it. You've got to go cold turkey. That means no texting, no calling, no stalking her on social media. I know it's tempting, but every time you reach out, you're putting a band-aid on a wound that needs time to heal. And if you don't let it heal, you'll just keep reopening it. Let me give you a secret about human psychology, right? When you stop chasing, you trigger something powerful in her mind. Curiosity. Suddenly, she's wondering why you're not doing what she expected. Did you move on? Did you find someone else? Is she losing you for good? That's the kind of energy you want to create, not because you're playing games, but because you're giving yourself the space to regain control. And look, I know it's not easy. You're probably thinking, but Jess, what if she forgets about me? Trust me, she won't. In fact, silence is louder than any text you can send right now. It sends a clear message. I value myself enough not to beg for someone who walked away. And let me tell you, confidence like that is magnetic. Now let's talk about what going cold turkey really means. Now it's not just about avoiding her. It's about protecting your peace. That means you're not refreshing her Instagram feed to see if she's posting some other guy. You're not asking her friends how she's doing. You're not hanging out in places where you know she'll be. Why? Because every time you engage, you're handing her the keys to your emotional stability. I want you to think of this like a detox. The first few days are the hardest. You want to pick up your phone and tell her how much you care, but instead of texting her, text a friend. Instead of scrolling through her pictures, hit the gym. Channel that energy into something productive, because every time you resist the urge to reach out, you're taking back control. Now, there's a reason why this works so well. By not reaching out, you're creating space, not just for her, but for you. That space allows emotions to settle, perspectives to shift, and for her to start feeling the absence of your presence. People don't value something until they realize that it's gone. And right now, your silence is the most powerful thing you have. So here's your first mission. Go no contact for at least 30 days. Use that time to focus on yourself, not her. It's going to feel like the hardest thing in the world, but trust me, it's the foundation for everything else I'm going to teach you in this video. Because if you can master this step, you're already halfway towards the comeback you deserve. Remember, silence isn't weakness, it's strategy, and you're playing the long game now. All right, so you've gone no contact, and now you're probably sitting here thinking, what's the point of this? She's gone. How is this supposed to help me? And I get it. It's easy to fall into that trap of self-pity. But let me explain a few things to you. What if this breakup isn't the end of the world, but the start of something incredible? What if it's the universe saying, hey, it's time for you to level up? Because let me tell you, that's exactly what this is, a chance for you to become the best version of yourself. Think about it. When you're in a relationship, so much of your time and energy goes into maintaining it, keeping her happy, meeting her needs, planning dates, and maybe even bending over backwards just to keep things smooth. But when was the last time you asked yourself, what do I need? Or am I truly happy? Breakups give you that rare moment to pause and take a hard look in the mirror and ask the uncomfortable questions. Were you losing yourself in the relationship? Were you chasing her approval at the expense of your own goals? Or, brace yourself, was she even the right person for you in the first place? Now that she's gone, you have the space to figure out who you are again. And when you rediscover yourself, something incredible happens. You stop settling. You stop chasing people who don't value you, and you start demanding more, not just from others, but from yourself. Let's talk about growth. A breakup isn't an emotional event, it's a wake-up call. It's your chance to hit the reset button on your life and upgrade in every possible way. Let me break this down. Number one, your health. Maybe you've been eating junk or skipping the gym because you're too busy Netflixing and chilling, right? Now's the time to get back to it. Start lifting weights, take up a sport, transform your body, not just to look better, but to feel better. Confidence starts from within. And when you feel strong physically, it translates into everything that you do. Were you overspending just to impress her? It's time to get your money right. Start saving, start investing, or maybe even exploring a side hustle. Women are drawn to men with a sense of purpose, and financial independence is a huge part of that. Think about all the things you've wanted to do but never made time for. Learning a new language, picking up an instrument, traveling to a new city. I mean, whatever it is, this is your moment. The more interesting your life becomes, the more magnetic you will be, not just to her, but to anyone who crosses your path. Let's get real for a second. Sometimes breakups happen because we were chasing the wrong person to begin with. Maybe she didn't respect you. Maybe she didn't share your values. Or maybe deep down you knew she wasn't the one, but you stayed because it felt safe. This is your chance to raise the bar, to decide what you really want in a partner, and more importantly, what you won't tolerate. You get to write the rules now. And when you finally meet someone new, you'll know exactly what you're looking for, and you'll have the confidence to walk away if she doesn't measure up. That's the beauty of a breakup. It gives you the chance to come back stronger, smarter, and more attractive than ever. And whether she regrets leaving or not, that doesn't even matter. Because by then, you'll be so focused on living your best life that her opinion won't even cross your mind. So here's the mindset shift that you need. Stop seeing this as a loss and start seeing it as a transformation. This breakup isn't breaking you, it's building you. And when you come out on the other side, you'll wonder why you ever doubted yourself in the first place. You've got this. Now go out there and prove to yourself just how incredible life can be without her. What she's really thinking right now. What will be this video if we can't get into her head for a second? Because while you're here trying to figure out how to put pieces back together, she's out there doing something, right? And trust me, it's probably not what you think. You're imagining her maybe crying into a tub of ice cream, staring at her phone, waiting for you to call, right? The truth is, she's doing everything she can to look unbothered. She's posting selfies, going out with her friends, maybe even flirting with someone new, who knows? Why does she do this? Because she wants to prove to the world and to herself that she's fine without you. I do assure you, though, she's not as fine as she's pretending to be. Let's peel back the layers. On the surface, she's showing off her freedom. Maybe she's posting stories of her out at brunch, laughing with her girlfriends, or tagging herself at some cool event. It looks like she's having a time of her life, but deep down, she's watching you. Oh yeah, she's stalking you on social media, checking to see what you're up to and wondering if you're falling apart without her. Why? Because she wants validation. She wants to know she still has control over you, even after the breakup. And the second you post something emotional, cryptic, or sad, she knows she's got you, wrapped around that little finger of hers. Every time you post something that screams, "I'm hurt," you're giving her exactly what she wants. That sad song lyric, that moody selfie, that late night story with a glass of whiskey or alcohol in the background, she's eating it up, trust me. And worse, you're keeping yourself stuck in a cycle. Because as long as you're broadcasting your pain, you're not healing, you're performing for her. It's time to stop the show. Take control of the narrative, because here's the real scandal. The less you show, the more she'll wander. The less you post, the more she'll spiral. Silence is your greatest weapon right now, and it's one she won't see coming. When you go quiet, she's going to start questioning everything. She'll ask herself, why isn't he reacting? Does he not care? Is he moving on already? Did he meet someone else? That silence creates curiosity, and curiosity creates emotional investment. And here's where things get interesting. That investment will either bring her back to you, or it'll set the stage for you to move on without her. Here's the catch. It isn't about playing games. Remember that. It's about reclaiming your energy. Because when you stop reacting to her and start focusing on yourself, you're sending a clear message. I don't need you to be happy. Now let's talk about what happens when you truly start moving on. Not faking it for social media, but genuinely putting her in the rearview mirror. Suddenly, she'll feel the shift. She'll notice the glow up, the way you're carrying yourself, the new confidence in your voice, the absence of the old you that used to be at her beck and call. And if she reaches out, don't rush to reply. Remember, she's testing the waters. She wants to know if she can still control your emotions. So stay calm, stay composed, and keep your interactions short and sweet. This isn't about revenge. It's about showing her and yourself that you're in control. Here's the bottom line. Stop worrying about what she's doing or thinking. Whether she's truly happy or just pretending doesn't matter. What matters is you, your growth, your happiness, your life. Because the moment you shift your focus away from her and onto yourself, you take back the power that she had over you. So let her play her games. Let her post her pictures. Let her pretend she's moved on. You've got bigger fish to fry, bigger things to worry about, like becoming the man you've always wanted to be. And trust me, when you focus on that, she'll notice. They always do. The comeback strategy, how to win, whether you want her back or not. You didn't come this far to sit around and feel sorry for yourself, I'm guessing. This is where you flip the script. Whether you want her back or you're ready to move on for good, this strategy works. But here's the catch. You can't fake it. It's not about trying to show her that you've changed. It's about actually becoming the best version of yourself. So number one, master the art of mystery. And if you watch this channel, I talk about this a lot. Okay? It's the first rule of your comeback. Do not be so predictable. If she knows your every move, your every routine, your reactions, there's no mystery left. And mystery, my friend, is incredibly attractive. It keeps her guessing, wondering, and most importantly, thinking about you. So how do you create it? Simple. Do things she won't expect. Maybe you take up a new hobby she never thought you'd be into, like salsa, dancing, martial arts, I don't know. Maybe you start traveling to places you've always wanted to see, or maybe you just start saying no to things that you used to say yes to. The goal is to show her subtly that you're evolving, and that evolution is happening with or without her. Step two, building the ultimate confidence. Now let's talk about confidence. And no, I'm not talking about pretending to be cocky or arrogant. I'm talking about the kind of confidence that comes from truly knowing your worth. When you walk into a room, people should feel your energy, not because you're loud, but because you're grounded. Confidence starts with discipline. It's built in the gym, in your career, in the choices you make every day. If you're putting in the work to improve yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, you're going to radiate confidence. And trust me, women will notice that. She'll notice that. Step three, becoming the man she can't ignore. Here's the hard truth. She's not going to miss the version of you she left behind. The needy, insecure, complacent guy? No, that guy's gone. Your mission now is to become someone she can't ignore. And that means stepping into your full potential when and if she reaches out. Let's be real. If you've been putting in the work, she's going to notice. Maybe she'll send a casual, "Hey, how have you been?" text. Or maybe she'll like an old photo of yours on IG, hoping that you'll take the bait. When this happens, what do? Here's the answer. Nothing. Not at first, anyway. You don't want to come across as too eager, so take your time. And when you do respond, keep it light and confident. No emotional messages, no rehashing the past. Just show her that you're in control of your emotions and your life. Here's the most important part of your comeback. Whether she comes back or not, you've got to be okay with the outcome. Because at the end of the day, this isn't about getting her back, it's about getting yourself back. If she sees the new you and wants another chance, great, but you get to decide if she's earned a place in your life. And if she doesn't come back, even better, because by then, you'll have leveled up so much that her opinion won't matter. This is your time to rewrite your story, to become the man you've always wanted to be, not for her, but for you. When you focus on your growth, confidence, and self-respect, you'll attract people who genuinely value you, and you'll leave behind anyone who doesn't. So, whether she comes back or not, I want you to understand this. You win. The final truth, what you'll realize once you move on. So here's the thing about breakups. They feel like the end of the world when you're in the middle of them. In truth, they're just a chapter in your story. And when you move on, really move on, you'll see this breakup for what it really was, a stepping stone to something greater. Right now, it might feel hard to imagine a future where pain doesn't consume you, but trust me, it's coming. The day will come when you look back and think, why did I ever let that break me? Because by then, you'll be stronger, you'll be smarter, and so far ahead in life that this chapter will feel like a distant memory. If you're willing to listen, let me share a few things you'll come to realize as you move on. One, you're stronger than you think. This breakup might feel like it shattered you, but it didn't. You're still here, still standing, and every day you're building yourself back up. That kind of resilience is priceless. Two, not everyone deserves your love. Let's be honest. Not everyone is capable of appreciating what you bring to the table, and that's okay. What's important is that you recognize your own worth and save your energy for someone who does. Number three, self-love is non-negotiable. You'll realize that the most important relationship you'll ever have is the one with yourself. When you love and respect yourself, you'll set the standard for how others should treat you. Four, growth happens in the hard times. This breakup is pushing you to grow in ways you never imagined. It's uncomfortable, yes, but growth always is. And on the other side of the pain is a version of you that's unstoppable. There's something powerful about truly moving on. You stop seeing the breakup as a loss and start seeing it as a gain. Maybe it freed you from a relationship that just wasn't right for you. Maybe it taught you how to set boundaries or communicate better. Or maybe it gave you a wake-up call you needed to focus on yourself. Whatever the reason, you'll come to see this breakup as one of the best things that happened to you. Not because it was easy, but because it forced you to evolve. So what does moving on look like? It's not about pretending that you don't care or jumping into something new just to fill a void. It's about genuinely letting go of her, of the pain, of the what ifs. And when you do, that's when life starts to surprise you. You've got this. You're stronger than you know, and your best days are ahead of you. So take that deep breath, pick yourself up, and get ready for a comeback of a lifetime. And if you ever feel like you're slipping, come back and watch this video again, because every king faces setbacks, but it's how you rise that defines you. Cheers to your new beginning.